Tariffs, trickery, and trickle-down trauma. How conservative economics is cooking our wallets. Look, tariffs, interest rates, and trade wars sound like something your cousin skips in Econ 101, but they ain't just charts and jargon. They're real-life economic beatdowns. And while the media loves to ask, how will this affect suburban voters? They don't ask how it's jacking up the price of chicken wings in East Atlanta or rent in South Philly. So let me put it plain, Trump's tariffs and conservative economics in general ain't just hitting Black America. They're hitting all of America, except rich folks. They're chilling. The rest of us are out here budgeting gas like it's caviar. Let's talk about it. 6 ways conservative economic policies are inflating the hell out of Black America. 1. Tariffs equal to inflation you can't hide from. Trump slapped tariffs on China, and now your Target run feels like a Louis Vuitton trip. Everything from electronics to furniture to damn air fryers is taxed on the import side, which means you pay more. Black families statistically spend more of their income on goods and essentials. Tariffs are basically a tax disguised as patriotism. And you know how America loves a disguise. Just ask the folks at Mount Rushmore. 2, Black businesses can't catch a break. You got a small business in the hood importing candles, t-shirts, lashes, or packaging? Guess what? Tariffs just turned your product margin into a sad TikTok story. You can't scale because your costs are bloated. You can't pivot because capital access for Black founders is still a myth. Meanwhile, Walmart eats the losses and keeps it pushing. You're explaining on Instagram why your price went up $2 and customers are in your DMs acting brand new. 3, the rent ain't just too damn high. It's imported. You think tariffs only hit gadgets and junk? Nah, construction materials like lumber, metal, appliances, mostly imported. So when Canada gets slapped with a 35% tariff, your local landlord just found an excuse to bump rent again. That new affordable housing project, delayed. That home repair you've been putting off, now costs more than your car. Tariffs hit housing, and Black folks who already face racist appraisals, redlining, and low ownership catch the fallout twice. 4, interest rate games, the Fed's passive-aggressive recession strategy. Conservatives keep cheering the Fed for slowing inflation by hiking interest rates like it's a sport. Who gets hurt? Black people trying to buy a home, get a car loan, or fix their credit. The rich, they buy cash or write it off. But the rest of us, we're stuck deciding whether we want food or heat this month, not both. And can we talk about how they act like raising interest rates is a form of discipline for us being bad with money? Bruh, I'm not irresponsible. Eggs are $7. 5, wages stagnant, but CEOs stay winning. Another conservative trick, block minimum wage hikes while defending corporate tax cuts. So the dollar store now charges $7.99 for soap, but you're still making $13 an hour. Meanwhile, the CEO of the company you work for is getting a performance bonus for not hiring you full time. It's like trying to run a race with one leg tied to Reagan's ghost. 6, blaming immigrants while ignoring billionaires. And this one's classic. They'll tell you it's immigrants and diversity quotas driving up prices. Nah, playboy. It's billionaires jacking rent, hedge funds buying up homes, and Trump-style policies making inflation worse by design. You can't deport inflation. You gotta tax the people causing it. What the pro-tariff, pro-conservative crowd wants you to believe. We're protecting American jobs. We're fighting China. Tariffs create leverage. What they don't say is it also creates layoffs. It spikes prices. And that leverage is mostly for Wall Street, not the warehouse workers in Memphis. This ain't strategic economics. It's flag-waving financial cosplay. They say it's about helping the American worker. But which worker? Because it ain't Keisha with 2 kids and a nursing job. And it ain't Jamal trying to run a barbershop during a supply shortage. It's more like helping Jeffrey, who owns 5 jet skis and writes off his 4th home as a consulting retreat. Trump's trade war equal to economic arson dressed as tough guy politics. Trump's trade war with China killed over 300,000 jobs in 2018. Now it's 2024, and he is back at it. Caused farmers to need $28 billion in bailouts, the largest in U.S. history. Spiked consumer prices across the board. And now, in 2025, this man got the nerve to threaten Canada with a 35% tariff. Canada, the country with maple syrup and good health care? Bro, this ain't teching. You can't just pick a new opponent every week because you're bored. Final word, inflation ain't just numbers. It's struggle. If you're wondering why your money don't stretch, don't just blame the economy. Blame policy, blame ideology, blame the folks who keep pretending trickle-down works while we get dripped on with nonsense. Conservative economics ain't just a bad idea. It's a planned hit job on working class folks. Black America, we're on the front lines, but we're not alone. Latino, Native, Asian, poor, white communities, y'all getting hit too. It's not just hitting black folks, it's hitting all of America, just not the rich. They're still doing great. They're on a yacht named Deregulation. This has been Marcus Farrell Live. Let's expose economic lies wrapped in red hats. Stay loud, stay smart, stay recession ready.